Happy game day, Railers fans. It's time for another episode of Railers Rundown. I'm Tim Foley. Well, the Worcester Railers are heading to Glens Falls, New York for the first time this season, coming up at 7 o'clock against the Adirondack Thunder. I took the time today to catch up with Railers defenseman Christian Krieger, as well as Railers forward Griffin Lochran. Standing alongside Railers defenseman Christian Krieger ahead of tonight's game against the Adirondack Thunder coming up at 7 o'clock. Kriegs, you're back in Worcester. You played opening night, and then you went up to Bridgeport to the American Hockey League. Just talk about your stint with the Islanders.
Yeah, it was good. I think got to do a few games, just practicing, working out. The pace is always good up there, so definitely got used to that. So overall, looking forward to be back down here.
You picked up your first points in the American Hockey League with a pair of assists in your time up there. Talk about what that meant.
Yeah, it's always nice to get those out of the way. I think any way that I can contribute and help the team win is always what I try and do. I think it comes in spurts with my game, so I was lucky enough to get those two, but always good to pick those up.
You talk about adapting to the pace of the American Hockey League level. Talk about what else you might have learned in your time with the Islanders.
Yeah, I think just little skills, stuff that they work on every day. They've got their skills guys coming out on Mondays and different stuff like that. So always picking up little different skills on the blue line, walking, creating space, always trying to work on creating offense. So definitely got some good work in doing that.
And then back against the Thunder here tonight, coming up at 7 o'clock, as mentioned. Talk about your mentality coming back in and reassimilating with this Worcester team.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think Adirondack's always a good team. We haven't seen them much this year. So I think for us tonight, I think just coming out, putting together a good first period, and then go from there.
Railers defenseman Christian Krieger. Thanks, Kriegs.
Thanks, Tim.
Standing alongside Railers forward Griffin Lochran ahead of tonight's game against the Adirondack Thunder. Griff, teams back here in New England, getting ready to go to New York here tonight against the Thunder. But first off, the team was just in Wichita, Kansas for a couple games against the Thunder.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, 2 wins out of 3 is a pretty good road trip. But, now it's just getting that momentum from the trip and leading into Adirondack and then this home stretch we got coming up.
How was spending the holiday down in Wichita, Kansas?
Yeah, definitely a little different than your traditional Thanksgiving, but it was good to be around the guys for, 6 days in a row there and, build a lot of chemistry off the ice and just a lot of fun with the guys.
Game coming up here tonight against Adirondack. It's a team that you guys haven't faced yet this year. What's the messaging been like in getting ready to seeing these guys for the first time?
Yeah, obviously get out to a quick start and then let our game, kind of trickle down from there. I think, it's been hurting us is not getting off to a quick start. So focus on a quick start and playing with the lead is going to be huge for us.
The team's been getting some really great goaltending this year from both Tikkanen, Muse, and Bullion. Just talk about what that's been like having any guy in the lineup who could go in any game.
Yeah, like you said, whoever's in the net, they've been a steady rock for us all year long. So having that confidence that if we do make a mistake, they're going to bail us out has been real huge for Worcester right now. And obviously, if they keep it going, we're going to string together a lot more wins.
And then you talked about it a little bit here tonight, but what are some of the keys to getting off to a hot start against this Thunder team?
Yeah, getting the feet moving early, playing below their goal line, banging everybody you can, and just being a hard team to play against.
There you have it. Railers forward, Griffin Lochran. Thanks, Griff.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
That does it for today's episode of Railers Rundown. Puck drop between the Worcester Railers and the Adirondack Thunder coming up from Glens Falls, New York at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't catch the game live from Glens Falls, New York, be sure to tune in on Flow Sports and on 98.9 Nash Icon, the Worcester Railers Radio Network.